Fala galera, beleza? Bora para mais um vídeo. Hoje um vídeo super especial. Primeiro vídeo com uma convidada internacional, uma super youtuber americana. Eu trouxe ela para falar com a gente, super relevante aí no intercâmbio, estudos fora do Brasil. Eu trouxe ela para responder algumas perguntas pra gente. Como que ela conseguiu se tornar mestre no inglês, abriu uma empresa no Vale do Silício e aí por que ela se mudou aqui para os Estados Unidos. Marina, can you present yourself for them?
Oi, tudo bem? Hey guys, I like that you call me American YouTuber because I've been in America for like 2 years and it's good to call me American.
She's understanding my Portuguese. How?
Yeah, I love languages. Yeah, so my name is Marina. I'm originally from Russia. I moved to the States in 2015 and like permanently moved in 2016. I have 5 YouTube channels and I run companies. So my company, like the biggest company that I run, is called linguatrip.com. It's a study abroad booking platform. So we help people travel and learn languages. Second company is called Fluent Express, and this is where you can submit your text in broken English and then a native speaker would correct it. Cool. So you sound more professional. And then 5 YouTube channels, 3 of them are in English, so you can totally subscribe if you want. Lingua Marina, where I teach people English and how to master accent. Second channel is Silicon Valley Girl, because I live in San Francisco. It's the whole different vibe, and I talk about that and about entrepreneurship and building personal brand. Third is English Bro, again about English, and then 2 channels in Russian.
That's very nice. And yesterday I did a question on Instagram asking like, what you guys that are following me wanted to ask for Marina. I received like dozens of questions, but I choose around 5 or 6 questions to ask you, okay?
Cool.
So the first one, I think most of them, like 70% of the people were asking, Marina, how did you master English accent?
Okay.
Like, because she's from Russia and her accent, like she looks like so American.
Thank you. About my accent, so when I first came to the UK, I was 14. I thought I was super proficient in English because I was a straight A student in school in Russia, and I was like, okay, it's gonna be great, it's gonna be easy. But when I arrived, I couldn't get what the customs guy was asking me. He was asking me, what is the purpose of your visit to the UK? Because they have such a weird accent, especially in Great Britain, and I used to learn Russian English.
Whoa.
So it was really tough for me. And so I was 14, I came to that school, nobody wanted to talk to me because they didn't get what I was saying, and I felt like a sociopath who had to stay at home all the time. And it was just, you know, it was psychologically.
It's weird, right?
Yeah. Difficult. And I realized that I should improve my English and I should learn spoken English, real English. And this is when my passion started. And then I used to have like kind of British accent, but when I moved to America, the first thing I went to Starbucks and I was like, can I have hot coffee please, in British accent? In America they say hot coffee, so she thought I was ordering cold coffee and gave me cold coffee.
No way.
And this is when I realized I have to switch to American accent. So basically it's listening to people, but there are also some techniques that you can use. Like the easiest technique is that you have to relax and imagine that you have a lot of nuts in your mouth, like, and your tongue is just flowing around, because sometimes we're just, you know, we're too concentrated on the way we talk. You just need to relax.
Let's go to the second topic then. So, you were born in Russia.
Yeah.
So you came here and now you are living here in the United States.
Yeah.
Like, how you feel it? Why did you come? Why did you come here?
Yeah.
And second, like, what's the difference? Like, do you feel that? Like,
yeah, oh yeah, totally. So America is the center of a lot of industries in the world. Like I run a startup, and Silicon Valley is the place to run a startup because you have Google, you have Airbnb, you have Instagram, you have Facebook, everything is there. And the best thing to be in Silicon Valley is that you can connect with entrepreneurs every time, and they can give you advice on how to grow your company because they've already raised like hundreds and millions of dollars, and you're just on the way and you have so many questions like, how do I come up with a KPI? How do I hire this and that person? And they've just done that, and this is amazing expertise. And another reason, we were only able to get money in the States. Like in Russia, people told us our startup is not going to work.
No way.
Yeah, they told us nobody.
Your startup is so good. I don't know how they could say that.
I don't know.
And
But
here you got the investor.
yeah, here we got first we got investment from 500 Startups Accelerator in Silicon Valley. We got $100,000, and for
Which
us,
is one of the
huge
most
money.
famous, right?
Yeah,
like,
it's
investors.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, and then we just decided to move because if you want to run a business, Silicon Valley is the best place.
So now you're living here.
San Francisco.
That's very good. what advice could you tell them, like if they wanted to raise their startup, to create a product or to launch something? What advice could you give them about like the startup or business or?
Yeah, just rely on yourself. That's the thing. You have to start selling as fast as you can, because relying on somebody else to invest in you, to help you, blah, 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 is not going to work, because people have their own interests.
Sure.
So for us, it was we wanted to start selling as fast as we could. So we developed a really, really bad prototype of Lingotrip where people had to complete 6 steps to book a trip. That was like a really
Which is okay, the first MVP, right?
Yeah. And we had a first 20K in revenue, which was great. So we could already sustain at least something, but we didn't have money for marketing, etc. So my advice, whatever you're starting, first, don't have expectations from other people.
Cool.
Because, people have their own interests. Second, try to sell as fast as you can. You need money, yes, and you need to prove your concept. Like sometimes you come up with ideas that nobody needs, and you think you're going to need them because you think you're special, or like everybody has the same problems. But no, you have to test them.
And what was the team that you started with? Like, were you alone or?
It was me, Dimitri, who's my husband and our CEO, and we had a CTO, and he was also the co-founder, and one girl who worked for us.
That's very good. So she had like the 3 main guys from a startup, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Marketing and selling, like CEO to manage everything.
Strategy.
And the guy that you create the device, the software itself. That's very good. So now let's talk about Silicon Valley. Did you feel any difference? Like how were you, like, did you like it?
Yeah, so because we came not just, to sit there and think, how are we going to grow our business? We got accepted to one of the best accelerators. Yeah. And that was opening the doors for us. So we had meetings with LinkedIn co-founder, went to Facebook's office. We had like the best people trust us because somebody trusted in us. 500 Startups. And 500 Startups has a very low acceptance rate. So even if you compare with Stanford's MBA, has like 5%, 500 have less than 1%, which was great. I think when I first came to Silicon Valley, I was having bad dreams about going back to Russia. Like, it was such a high level. Because before that, I was sitting in a small office in Russia. We were trying to reach out to press, and people would tell us, you're doing a stupid thing. And then you come to the States, and you get an article on TechCrunch, and you have this wonderful place with palm trees. You heard of
TechCrunch?
Yeah.
No way, that's very
TechCrunch, Inc., Business Insider, TechCo, Forbes.
The biggest magazines.
Yeah, all of the biggest. And then, you get this beautiful Mountain View, which is a city in Silicon Valley with palm trees and the swimming pool. And everything's so beautiful and everyone's so friendly. And for the first month, I was like, because there was a chance that we couldn't make it after the accelerator because a lot of companies fell. I was like, if I have to go back to Russia, I don't know what I'm going to do. So I was having bad dreams, but it made me work so hard too.
But do you think you got this very nice experience because you had already a network or someone like?
Definitely. Yeah, we were accepted because we had, it's called track record.
Okay.
We already had a company in study abroad that was pretty successful. We were able to build a platform without any investment. Yeah. And we were showing that we are the people who are gonna, rock the market.
That's very good. That's very nice. When you came to the United States, I think it's sometimes people get afraid to go abroad. Did you feel something like that? Did you ever feel afraid to go to somewhere or?
First time when I traveled to the UK, maybe because I was 14 and my parents put me on the airplane and said, no way. There's the host family that's going to meet you in England. I was, okay.
Go alone.
I went alone. But I think this is the best thing that happened to me. Because now when I travel, I don't even book hotels sometimes. I just come and figure it out when I'm here. So I don't have to prepare for the trip. And I feel like I'm the citizen of the world. Like, I come to Boston, awesome. I know people here. I know how to book a hotel. I come to London, feels like home. So if you start traveling early, that's going to change your life, completely. In the UK, I was sitting, when I came back home from the UK, I was having a really stressful day because I realized the life in the UK is so different from Russia. And in Russia, I was in this box where everybody wanted to become an economist or a lawyer.
Like a bubble, right?
Yeah, and everybody wanted to start a family at 20, have a child 23, and no big dreams. You just stay in this box. But when I came back from the UK, I realized the world is so big and people are dreaming about building companies. People are dreaming about going to Cambridge or Oxford. And, the dreams are completely different and I can be anything. I was just sitting there crying because maybe there was a big chance I would just stay in Russia because my parents couldn't afford me studying in the UK. And this was a life-changing moment. I hope you have this moment too.
Yeah, we say that a lot in our channel. Should be like citizen of the world.
You
like,
should be citizen of the world, and you have to have this stressful situation when you realize the world is actually huge and you have a lot of opportunities if you work hard.
your dreams have to be bigger than your.
Oh yeah, I always tell dream big, like dream about building an airline. Maybe you will end up with building just an airplane. But if you only dreamed about building an airplane, you might be just building, you know, like a
like a Google theory, like focus on the stars to achieve the moon, like something like that.
Oh, exactly. That was the phrase. I was like making something up, but that's what I meant.
That's okay. Last question to Marina. Hope you guys liked it. Marina, could you give a last advice for them to help them to improve their English, like intermediate, advanced? I don't know.
Oh yeah, any level. When I was 16, I told myself, Marina, if you want to live and study abroad, you have to stop reading books in Russian. And I started reading books English only. I would buy a lot of books and bring them from the UK or order them. You can order them all the time. Like there are so many shops that sell English books. All of the TV shows, all of your entertainment should be in English. Like stop entertaining yourself in Portuguese.
Cool.
All of the TV shows, you can watch them in original. Netflix, if it's not working in your country, then use VPN.
It works. It works. We have Netflix.
Perfect. Because sometimes people are like, oh, we don't have Netflix. VPN is the solution. Then yeah, like watch everything in original, maybe with subtitles, but try not to read them. Like that's really distracting. You're not practicing reading, you're practicing listening.
Yeah.
And then you will get like, there's so many things about the language that you just cannot learn just by textbooks, like internal jokes, right? Or maybe they're referring to some movie that you haven't seen. So when you see the original, you're seeing all of those jokes that are really important. So all of your entertainment starting now should be in English. And switch your phone to English, switch your Instagram to English. Oh, this is super, like this is an advice they give to everyone, but no, well, some people do that, but try to start a YouTube channel in English. You don't have to tell your parents or your friends, don't tell anyone. Just post a video about the topic that you're really good at. And if it doesn't work, then you will just practice English. But sometimes magic things happen. Algorithm just sees your video and you start making money on YouTube. So, or with Instagram, you can always try and post in English. So do that. I think it's really important, really good for practicing.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you, Marina, so much. You're lovely. She's so nice.
Obrigada. And if you like this video, please like it, because that's the only way we can see your reaction.
Oh, that's very good. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.